Carteret County Board of Commissioners November 25th special session meeting. I'd like to ask Commissioner Mansfield to lead us in the pledge.
All rise.
All rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And if you'll join me in an opening prayer, if you'll all bow your heads. Gracious God, as we've come before you today to discuss these important matters, we ask for your guidance and wisdom. You are the source of all knowledge and understanding. Therefore, we seek your direction in our decision-making process. Help us to listen attentively to one another with open hearts and minds and make the best decisions in the interest of the citizens of Carteret County. God bless everyone, and amen.
All right. And our first item is going to be a conflict of interest. In accordance with the State Government Ethics Act, it is the duty of every board member to avoid both conflicts of interest and appearances of conflict. Does any board member have any known conflict of interest or appearance of conflict with respect to any matter coming before this board this evening? If so, please identify the conflict and refrain from any undue participation in the particular matter involved. All right, all good there. And I want to remind everyone to please shut off your cell phones or silence them. And the next item is the adoption of the Carteret County 2025 General Reappraisal Revaluation Schedule of Values. Do I have a, okay,
I don't know if you want me to say anything or not.
okay,
Sure, why not?
sure, okay.
Sorry about that. So we've had two previous meetings, and per General Statute 105-317, we had the presentation, then we had a public hearing, and we have to have a certain amount of days in between each one. So we had the public hearing last week, and so we are asking for the board to adopt the 2025 schedule of values.
All right. Board? Any questions or comments, or?
I'll make a comment real quick. I mentioned it at one of the meetings we've had on the tax situation, and I'm going to reiterate it again, that taxes are an equation. They are rate times value equal taxes. If anything goes up on the right-hand side of that equation, we will have raised taxes. If nothing goes up on the right-hand side of that equation, you did not raise taxes. So in the past, in these situations where we've had rising values because we're waterfront beach properties, that's been the commonplace for it, that we have lowered the tax rate, which generally is revenue neutral. Now, in some cases with inflation and everything going on today, there may be the case that the rate may go, as it goes down, it may not go down completely revenue neutral. There may be a slight increase to taxes, but because the value of your house changes to $1 million from $650,000 does not mean your taxes are going up by 33%. I think that has not made it to the public correctly, and I would like to reiterate that fact, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Any other comments?
Mr. Vincent, could you outline when, or Tommy, when does this, what's the
Next step.
timeline on when this takes effect and all that?
Go ahead and come to the podium.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Sure, so we're gonna mail notices, probably the beginning of March. So that's when everybody will be notified of their new value. And the tax bills with those new values do not go out until next summer. So there's a process, you receive your notice, and there'll be an appeal process. And then after that, in the summer, then the tax bills will go out. So some of the calls that we're gonna get are, how is this gonna affect our taxes? We don't know the answer to that because this board does not set their budget and the towns do not set their budget and in turn their tax rates until late spring. So we have no idea how this will affect their taxes, just like Commissioner Mansfield just stated. It is a two-part equation. It is value and
Thank you.
Any other questions? Can I get a motion?
Mr. Chairman, if there's no other questions, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the true value and present use value schedules, standards, and rules to be used in the 2025 general reappraisal of the real property in Carteret County.
All right.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that.
All right, we got a first and a second. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. And that is unanimous.
Mr. Chairman, I'd also like to make a motion for the county clerk to advertise the order that schedule of values has been adopted.
I'll second that as well.
All right, we got a first and a second. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. All right, and then our next item is adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Commissioner Chadwick. All those in favor signify by leaving.